Wonder if this is an Unreal Engine, or I should have looked. Here we go. We got another... Ever Forward really surprised me. We've been playing it on my live stream, the footage you see here. You know that I play Tarkov and a lot of competitive online games. Off of the stream, I do play a lot of retro games and, you know, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, the really good original platformers. I even love the new Breath of the Wild. Ever Forward is kind of a callback to a lot of those really well thought out puzzle games from the 90s into the 2000s, but with graphical overhaul. Really gets you in. The atmosphere is so impressive. I honestly would say that that's probably the best part of the game, because you do kind of feel, you kind of get taken back to when you were a kid and that whole, you know, wonder you had at every little thing happening, and you get caught up really quick. It's the music and the atmosphere, the light. The way the light is handled. I mean, I can't say enough good things. I mean, we see a lot of games like this coming out, and I guess the way to really judge them is based on their puzzles, based on the graphics, based on the feeling you get from playing it, and that's why, honestly, I can tell you that Ever Forward knocks it out of the park in that respect, and it really makes you feel trapped. So here's how the game goes. Basically, you start out and you're given a little bit of story, and you're kind of thrust right into this world where it's a mixture of dreams. It's you can tell you're playing through dreams and memories of a young girl. I wish more the whole game was out, because by the time you play through the demo, you really want to know what happened. The story goes, and I'm only going to give you a little bit. I'm not going to really divulge a lot because I want you to go to Steam and try it. It's absolutely free to play this demo. It's not that big of a download because it's only the prologue of the game, and I really can't say enough to where, like, you know, you should try it out. The story basically is given to you in chunks throughout the puzzles you complete, and it talks about this girl and her mom going through like building this technology and the problems that their society is facing through phone calls that the mother gets. I have no damn idea, dude. Everybody's trapped inside, kind of like we've been. And it kind of is like perfect timing for this to come out, because it gives a little bit of an alternate kind of reality here for something that, you know, is possible if you think about it. For everybody to be locked up and the government delivering food to everyone's homes and nobody can leave their house. And inside this child's mind, dreams and memories, she's forced to live in this world she's created due to the fact that maybe she's forced inside, and you do get that feeling through playing it. They've captured it perfectly. So what are the goods, what are the bads, and what can I say to kind of give you my prediction for how the rest of the game is going to be? Well, I can tell you, honestly, the game kind of does what it's set out to do. The good part of this game, the atmosphere, the controls, the basic quality of the game, right? Games do not have to be so overly complex, though this game does get overly complex while using very simplistic controls and being a little bit of just like your normal, you know, walk around, stealth around, solving puzzles. The way the game gets complex is through the puzzles. Some of these puzzles literally seem impossible at first, and then you realize, you know, it opens your mind. You realize, like, how did I not get that once you solve them? That, I think, is the true test of a puzzle game, where you can have this very simple puzzle in front of you, and due to the construction of it, you say to yourself, oh my goodness, all I had to do was throw this block over here and then throw this other block here and I'm good to go. And I've been sitting here trying to build this whole thing up to get through. And the last puzzle is definitely like that. There are many puzzles like that in this game, though. So what are some of the bads? Well, honestly, I'm not going to be strict with this game because they set out to recapture the memory and dreamlike quality of the subconscious of this little girl who's been trapped inside, and then this story runs tandem to it. So honestly, what would I have done different if I were the developers? Like I said, I'm reviewing the demo right now. Nothing at this point. When the full game comes out, I will give a full game review, obviously. I'll play the full game on stream. I'll have a different thought process, of course. For the demo, though, I think they did a really great job. They completely show you what this game's like. They completely capture some of the best puzzle mechanics that I've seen in a video game early days when we had like great puzzlers coming out. Again, I'm going to have to keep hearkening back to that thing I said earlier where they've just captured the atmosphere of what they were going for so well. You see the little girl get zapped by these little iBots whenever you make a mistake in the puzzles, and you kind of get a little bit shocked and a little bit shaken up. Yes. See, when we put our minds together, I think, like, there's going to be a lot more because it's like they've taken the time to detail out what they need to detail here. The rest of the landscape or the rest of the world is very breathtaking. You can see it in these clips. It's very well put together. It's very vertical, and you know, you can look up and look down and see all this crazy stuff going on out there. So what surprised me was after I started walking through, then I hit a period where you actually call the little block to you and it flies, and you control it to either raise you up, lower you down, and you can go and actually kind of start landing on things. And I wouldn't be surprised if when the full game comes out, and this is just my prediction, I don't know if this is going to be true or not, that they add some type of collectibles in there or some type of exploratory measure. But even if they don't, though, I could see why they wouldn't, because this has focus on this story and you unlocking the story through these puzzles. And really, I just don't see a negative at this point. I really don't. They have really succeeded. So I definitely recommend you try the game. Do I think everybody's going to like it? No. I think if you're right now like hooked on online video games and stuff like that, yeah, you might say, I'm going to pass on this one. Though I know that the majority of gamers out there, they like taking a break from whatever online game they play and getting a really good puzzler, a really good story game, and a really good kind of like atmospheric experience. And this has all of those combined. And it's really, if I had to describe it in just a few words, honestly, I'd say it's a very smart game. It makes you kind of smarter to play it. It kind of opens your mind to think outside the box in order to get past these obstacles. And really, in this type of video game, it's probably the best compliment that I could give a game. Anyway, if you do want to try it out, head over to Steam, completely free, ever forward, because right now we've been getting all these AAA video games coming out. They seem to just not offer anything that really catches your eye. And this game it's made by independent developers, indie devs. I can't wait to see what they do with the full game, and I can't wait to see what they do with their next title. If I had any type of negative thought process about the game, it would only be that some of the puzzles were too hard. But it's not negative. that actually, once you accomplish some of those puzzles and you kind of like figure out and you start thinking differently to solve the puzzles, you start to solve them very quickly. And I do think they deserve some accolades for that. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll leave a link in the About section, and I do really appreciate everybody that was at the live stream. We had a lot of fun working together to solve these puzzles, and it was just really cool. So thank you, guys. See you later. As always, like, subscribe, and please share. Support an indie developer. Share this video, and go share their game. Tell people about their game. UNIRock, out.